My name is Maral.
I'm Caleb.
My name is Steven.
My name is Arbisenio.
I'm Jessica.
My name is Gabriel Oblea.
This is Madeline.
And this is Many of you may have questions. What is chemical engineering? What is the difference from chemistry? And most importantly, what can you do with a chemical engineering degree? Well, I don't even know when I first started. But in this video, I and other chemical engineering students compile 7 of our internship experiences together with the hope that after this video, you can determine whether chemical engineering is a good fit for you. Let's get started. Please note that this video is our reflection based on our internship experiences. There is no intention for any promotions related to university or other parties.
It really depends on how many meetings I have in that day. Sometimes when I have 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 meetings in a day, then I would spend most of my time in the meeting rooms communicating with other team members, with other groups, and even discussing with other vendors and other companies if it's related to project-specific tasks. Sometimes if I don't have that many meetings, then I would spend most of my time responding to my emails, also firing off some of the emails to our vendors, to our team members, to other teams as well, just to try to get my deliverables in as soon as possible.
For me, I do a significant amount of project work. Basically, as a welding engineering intern, project teams are going to go to me with what their scope of work is, and I'm going to tell them if what they want to do is feasible and how they're going to do it. I issue the appropriate welding procedures for what they want to stick together, and I make sure that whatever they stick together stays stuck together, you know?
So my day-to-day activity vary quite a lot because our department is responsible for many types of initiatives, and they usually range from renewable energy installments, emission reduction, and power and royalty cost savings. So usually I attend quite a lot of meetings and work with Power BI to create dashboards of the company, as well as just send out quite a lot of emails to make sure that our projects are meeting the deadlines that they should be meeting.
So, my work is a balance between office and lab work. In the lab, I grew something called human pluripotent stem cell, try to make them feel happy and carry out experiments for future product development. In the office, most of the time it's about data analysis and experiment planning, but sometimes I also do some coding for image analysis as well as lab robot automation.
Throughout my internship, I've used many things that I've learned in the classroom. This involves heat transfer and thermodynamic principles. I also use software that we've used in class, such as Aspen to model reactions and Visio to create PFDs. But even though I have this base knowledge, using them in the real world helps me to build on these skills and just gives me the experience to further my knowledge.
Studying chemical engineering at the U of C has helped me to apply the following at work. So I use PNADs extensively at work. I design them based on the principles that I've learned from process control and fluid dynamics. And finally, I've also learned how to use Excel tricks like GoalSeek.
Because my position is more oriented towards project management and economics, I have only really used economic theories or economic methods that I've learned in class from chemical engineering, but I think I've applied more of the skills that I've gained out of engineering degrees, so that would be problem solving, time management, and prioritization.
There's gonna be skills that you'll present, and once you get into that internship, it's gonna take you to the next level out of your limits. So for instance, I learned one of the important things that I've learned is how to prioritize my tasks. I know it's very common that in having 3 years of university experience along with high school and other school stuff, I should know how to prioritize my work, right? But in the working world, it's a bit different. For instance, I would get a work order in the morning, and immediately they would say, "Hey, can you get this done at the end of the day?" And so with the process on how we design our work and engineering design, it takes a lot of people to go through. And the obstacles not only involve being technically correct, looking at the right industry standards, but also reaching out to the people you need to.
Most valuable thing I've learned during the course of my internship at ENGG is how to work with a wide variety of people. The best engineers in this world are the ones who can communicate anywhere from the subject matter experts to the men and women working at ground zero. You need to know how to talk the tech talk, but you also need to know how to talk the business talk, or the economics talk, or the welder talk, or the inspector talk. It really is all about how can you adjust your personality, adjust your communication style accordingly, depending on the person you're talking to get your message across.
One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that you shouldn't be afraid to go ask questions. Being an intern, you're given jobs and you want to do it your best, and doing it your best, sometimes you're too afraid to go and ask questions. But the truth is, if you're stuck on something, just being stuck on it for a whole day isn't really going to help you or your project. So always reach out to those that you know can help you so that they can help you learn, and then next time you can do this all by yourself.
So the most valuable lesson I've learned throughout my internship is to always ask questions and learn from the answers given to them. And this is very critical during the design phase of the projects. And also, I would advise that you should find a mentor that could be your supervisor or another engineer in your group. And lastly, go above the extra mile in all your tasks.
What we learn throughout our whole major is process. What a process is, what builds a process, and all that. And in each of their own industry, they have their own process that we can always use our knowledge from the classroom and apply to them. So really, I'd say just to enjoy whatever that you're doing now. If you're happy, that's great. If you're not, then find your passion, and then it'll lead you to your happiness.
So my advice to other engineering students would be to try to get as much work experience as you can during your undergraduate degree. So look for summer jobs or research positions, and this will help you to see if chemical engineering is right for you, or what stream of chemical engineering you would like to pursue. And it can also help you to enjoy your internship, because you'll know what you really want to delve deep into or what you're interested in.
I would say that there's just so many opportunities for chemical engineers out there. You can be in research and development like me, or you can be out on the field. It's just up to what you prefer. So if you're in chemical engineering, just look out for what all the options are, and you'll probably find something that you feel like you fit in.
Most of us are basically taking the same classes during the past 3 years, but as you can see, we all ended up with very different positions for our internships. I strongly believe that with a degree in chemical engineering, you can end up wherever you want to, as long as you can think as an engineer. Best of luck to your future!